Hi interwebs, my name is Christy, you know me as tacTissy, and today I'm going to talk to you about the best modular rail system for the AR platforms, and that is the MK1 by Geissele Automatics. They also have Mark II and Mark III, which is their cost-effective solutions, and the Mark IV, which is their ultra-lightweight option. But in my hands today, I'm holding the original and the best, MK1. Standard disclaimer time. I work for Geissele Automatics. I don't have any relatives working there, and I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just a really happy customer who uses their triggers and her rifles, and now have this rail. So this is the 10-inch rail, and I love it. I've handled rifles with this rail before on the range and at the Geissele booth at the expos. And while a 13-inch version is more suited for the grip I have on the direct gas ARs, and a 15-inch version would allow for the grip and even more accessory space, I decided to go with the 10-inch, and it's a perfect balance of weight, accessory space, and length. I have a mid-length gas system here, and the 10-inch rail is covering the gas tube, which you don't. And let me repeat this. You do not want to leave exposed, regardless of the fact that some people may think it looks cool. Also, it covers most of the gas block, and I have to admit that this was my first build where the gas block is partially exposed. After consulting with some people, hi Andrew, and knowing that my gas block is pinned and the set screw is staked, I feel comfortable with it. So this rail is perfect balance, but also has the option of shaving off a little bit of weight for me. As you can see, the rail itself is only on the top, with the 6, 9, and 3 o'clock positions being open for mounting surfaces where needed. You probably noticed that I usually run my ARs in minimalistic configuration, so not having extra rails where I don't need them anyways is just great. No extra rail covers on the unneeded rails either. With these dimensions, my hands can wrap around the rail system for an even better control and grip. This rail system is also rigid and strong. Rifles get beat up. There's no way around it. Technically there is, but you can buy your rifle and only ever shoot it from the bench or not at all. I met a gentleman the other day who has 40 rifles, 38 of them are unfired. I guess he'd qualify as a collector, and for his purposes it doesn't really matter, but if you take your rifles out into the real world, or if you compete with your rifles, they're gonna get beat up, and it's important for the rail to handle the abuse, and this rail does. Last but not least, this rail is easy to install and to take off. There is a 2 1/4 inches long steel barrel nut, which by the way doesn't need to be indexed with the gas tube. You just torque it in and then mount it to the rail. 2 screws hold it in place. There are also two small screws for the sides for perfect alignment. Removal is easy as can be. You undo the screws and the rail slides right off. So you can, if you have different length rails, replace them as needed. So there you guys have it. Geissele MK1 rail system, free floating, ergonomic, modular, and easy to install and remove. I've been testing a lot of rail systems lately to find a perfect one for me, and this is it. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Also, please click the like button and the subscribe button, and that way you'll get more videos delivered to you by the wonderful interconnecting web thingies. And this is very important. You get to see my giraffe. Hey, there's the giraffe.